We had just gotten his diagnosis before we came to the last conference. The last conference in 2006 was so important because I needed myself to see what a boy looked like with Barth syndrome other than my son. That was my primary goal and purpose, was to put not just over the phone the wonderful phone conversations I'd had with parents, and not just the emails that I was receiving weekly of things that were going on with boys, but to put my eyes and put my hands on another boy to see what he was like and to see what those parents were like, because it was such an isolating feeling. I walked out and cried. I walked out and cried. I had a choice to make. Either I can be depressed about this and focus on what makes these boys and my son different, or I can focus on how to embrace that and help him have the best life that he can have. It was extremely emotional. It was extremely emotional. And I've thought about this since last night was the welcome reception again. I've thought about this again, how much more relaxed I was last night coming in, knowing faces, knowing people, knowing what to expect. Because when I did walk in 2 years ago, not only was I nervous and anxious and new group, no matter, in a new social setting anyway, but I was so anxious to see what a boy, a young man, a grown man looked like with Barth syndrome. And I was obviously very quickly able to see another boy William's age, several boys, teenage boys, and then adult with Barth syndrome. And it was very emotional to see, because I'm not sure what I was expecting, but to see the struggles that they face and know that that's what my son will face, but then to also see, to get past that first sort of depressing, sad, emotional feeling, but to see what these young men are really all about and what they're doing with their lives and the strengths that they do have, and that they, like I said before, that they don't let Barth syndrome define who they are. That was encouraging. I think it does help for him to normalize a little bit what's going on with his brother, because good, bad, or indifferent, we do have to, a lot of times at home, tailor activities around William, whether it would make him too fatigued, or we have to stop doing something or come back from somewhere maybe a little earlier than my two healthy children would be able to do. I don't know, I think it helps for them to be here and get a little bit of a better idea in a fun way. It's a fun thing for them to get a better idea of what's going on with him. I don't think I've ever seen a group of doctors and all of the caregivers, the technicians that are here, the different therapists that are here, they are all so committed to helping these boys. And you'll see as the week goes on, so many of them bring their families along for this conference. They'll be at our different social events tomorrow night and later in the week. They become a part of our family. They really do.